All righty. Here we go. Good Sunday morning, everyone. Let's see who shows up today, shall we? Nice surprise random live. See what goes on. And as always, we're going to chill for a couple of minutes because I didn't let anyone know about this, so there was nobody waiting. If you're tuning in on the replay, just give it a few minutes. People will be popping in. And hello, welcome, good morning. Where are you? Who are you? And where are you tuning in from? Ross the Sauce, hey. Hey, Ross, where you from, Ross? What state, what country? Where are you in the world? If you're just tuning in, we're just going to wait a few minutes for some people to pop in. And what I do on these lives is it's really about for you guys. It's all about you. So if there's any questions, comments, observations, anything you want to talk about, discuss, personal development, self-empowerment, enlightenment, spirituality, astral projection, lucid dreaming, self-help, motivation, confidence, eliminating fears, doubts, stress, confusion, whatever it is, throw it at me. Hello, North Country Girl, you are back. Live in Kentucky. Hello, Kentucky. My neighbors just went to Kentucky over Halloween, and they said it was a great time. They said it was a little cool, a little cold. It's a little chilly out there right now. And again, if you're just tuning in, good morning. Good morning, Tony. Am I hiring? Hiring for what? What is it you're good at? And all right, where else? Where's everyone tuning in from? Where are you? What state? What country? Where are you from? And I guess, certainly I'm only on cup number 2 of coffee over here, right here. Dirty cup. Delaware. Hello, Delaware. I drove through Maryland years and years ago. I don't remember much. I remember going through the University of Delaware, going to, I think it was a Chili's by the university. I just thought it was a beautiful area, and that's all I remember. This is probably going back to like 96, 97. It was a while ago. Ross is awesome, good at communicating. All right, Ross, I'll keep you in mind. Nothing's not looking for any help at the current moment, but certainly I will keep you in mind. I will write down your handle and shoot you a message if anything ever pops up. What happened to the music mastermind, Antonio? It's back. It's there. Search it. Paul Santisi, Music Mastermind, radio. Go ahead. Search it right now. It's there. It's all new. And it's about 1,400 songs. And this time we really covered all genres at a whole new level. There's playlists, there's music videos. There is everything. And it's right here. It's right there. Paul Santisi Music Mastermind Radio. Just type it in. You'll find it. It's there. It's a little different this time. I had a much heavier hand on the lyrics, the music, what I wanted to produce and put out there. Yeah. No, I've never visited the UK. Years ago, long time ago, 25 years ago, I was dating some girl and her best friend was in the UK, and we were going to go, but we never went. So no, I never made it there. Tina, I live right by there most of my life. Tony Turner. Yes, Antonio. Yeah, check it out. It's there. It's there. You'll see the logo, and you can dive into all those songs. Anyone else? Anyone have a question, comment, observation? Engage me in some type of conversation so we can dig into some topics. I don't come live just to have a message or to preach something like most people do. I come to actually engage the audience, to have a decent little conversation and to help each other, elevate each other. And that's what we're here to do. And if you're just tuning in, where are you? Where are you in the world? What state are you in? What country are you in? Hello, hello, and welcome. Tony, I just started tuning into your meditations, the astral projection ones in particular. It's been a work in progress, but it's coming along. I finally believe because of your recordings, it is. Yeah, astral projection is real. We can all do it. It's something all deep within. The key is you can't try to force it to happen. You can't be like, I'm gonna astral project tonight. You have to know why you want to do it and then allow your vibration to match your intentions. And then when you're vibrationally ready, then you'll start to see further. So you'll get into like a deeper meditation state. You'll come in and out of awareness. You'll think you're falling asleep, but you're really not. Then you'll get into the vibrational stage. Then you'll get into that separation stage, which is extremely intense. But then once you get out of that and then you can reflect back, then your knowingness, your confidence, your willingness to want to do it, and your why goes up, and then you're able to carry on and move forward with that. So don't put a time frame on it. Don't try to force it to happen. And when you feel sensations occurring, just remain aware. And don't scratch any itches or tingles, or if your leg itches or twitches. That's all normal. That means you're vibrationally aligning with that. Just allow it. And that's the hard part, because you get into the vibrational state and you're shaking and moving and you're like, oh my God. So you try to focus on it to make it happen. And that pulls you right out. Yeah. North Country, I did the AP with Paul's videos. Fantastic. I got to the vibrational stage and I got scared. Yeah, exactly. You can't get scared. You have to allow it, because nothing can happen. And just like you found out, if you want to come out of that at any moment, you just make the decision or the command and boom, and you'll come right out of it. So nothing can happen because it's just a version of you. It's like, you're not like, oh my God, if I drink this glass of water, what's going to happen? It's the same thing. So nothing can happen. All you can have is an experience and clarity and vision and intuition and insights, and just get what you can get within a deep meditation. Good comment. Anyone else? Question, comment, observation, anything we can dive into and discuss? North Country Girl, once you're out of all fear, disappears in my experience. Yeah, because nothing can happen. But it is interesting, because you know, the first few times when I was experiencing this stuff, like I was rising up from my feet. So I was going up this way and I'm like, oh shit, I'm dying, right? So you get scared, you bug out, but you got to allow that. And then once you allow it, then you can observe yourself, and then your knowingness and your lucidity comes back, your consciousness comes back, and your ability to control your thoughts and intentions become clear, because you're not afraid. You're observing yourself in a different form, and then you can make new decisions and choices and options and whatever it is you want. Yeah, astral projection. That's a very big topic, even since day one. That's been one of the main hot buttons for people on YouTube. And all around the world, for that fact. Yeah. Anyone else? Question, comment, observation? And also, too, we talked about this last night. You can astral project through lucid dreaming. So a lot of the times, if the specific astral projection meditation's not resonating with you enough, or whatever it is, listen to one of my lucid dream ones. Go into a lucid dream, and then make the command and decision and option or choice to want to astral project or set those intentions in the lucid dream. That works for me the best. That way I have the most conscious control over that experience. What's my experience with manifesting my desires? 99.9% of all my desires that I've ever set forth have come true. I will tell you, they did not come in any way that I thought they would come in. Some of them came in very quickly. Some of them came in decades later. But very few things have I not experienced yet. And it's just because my desire for them has changed. So my desire for things I wanted 10, 15 years ago, it's really not nearly as strong as what I'm desiring now. But I will tell you, the last year and a half, the methods or the techniques or the duration to manifest desires has shifted. I don't know if they dropped some veil or something through the clouds or something, but the technique and the duration of really amplifying and increasing the desires to why, you really, really have to hammer on that why in these days more than ever, where 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago, you would just think of it, okay, this is what I want. And then you would chill, and then you would get a feeling, okay, there's the feeling, and then that would lead you to an action step, and then that action step gave you an instant result. And it shifted. Now it's really hammering that why with intense emotion for days, weeks, or even months before that right feeling comes in. And then that feeling comes in, and then you create, and then you act. And then throwing it out to the ether, you're throwing it back out to people who are in the same position. So lining up with the big masses has shifted a little bit. It's really more working on you first, amplifying that magnetism versus specifically trying to target individual people's desires. It's really they're going to be attracted to your magnetism more now than ever. Yeah. Good comment. Good question. With lucid dreaming and astral projection, do you know if you are tapping into other places in the universe or is it just within? It's both, because you're a reflection of everything that's out there. It's all the one and the same. So the key is you don't have to overthink about it. Just know what you want to experience and why. Really hone in on the emotional fruition that you're looking for. Like, say someone wants to talk to their past grandmother. Okay, why? And if you do talk to her, what feelings will that give you? Focus on that fruition more than I wonder what she'll say. Okay, you have no clue what she'll say, but what feeling do you want to come back into this dimension experiencing? Focus on that feeling. That's what I just was talking about. It's really the manifesting the desires these days. It's really, really about amplifying those feelings. And let me just see what the title is. I did create a video on that. What did I call it? Okay, it's called Mastering the New Manifestation Code. So if you go to my most recent videos, I uploaded that 2 weeks ago. The thumbnail, it's a picture of me pointing to my head. And the thumbnail says, ditch the bullshit. That's the thumbnail. Mastering the New Manifestation Code. So make sure you all go and listen to that. It's a short audio. It's about 10 minutes. And I break it down. Antonio, let's see. We covered that one. Catherine. Hello, Catherine. You're back. Catherine was here last night. Hello. Anything else? Anyone else? Question, comment, observation. And make sure to check out, I've uploaded a ton of stuff. Oh, this is all new stuff. Going back a couple of weeks. So make sure to check it all out. A lot of them are not meditations. They're more of short talks, which is nice. 5, 6 minutes. You get a nice little message to chew on and resonate with. And a bunch of motivational stuff as well. You don't have to just stick in this meditation state all day. But the key is to get your mind focused on thinking about what you want and why you want it all day. And that's that. North Country Girl, that was my initial aim, to meet a past loved one. I ended up starting at the moon. Interestingly, it looked self-lit. Yeah, and all of our experiences are completely different because we're all individual spirits. We're collective energy, but we're all individual spirits, at least in this bone and flesh stuff. So we all see things differently. We all perceive things differently. But the key is to appreciate why you're perceiving it that way. And if it's not really lining up with you, just ask yourself why and dig into the why. And it's perfectly okay to make new decisions and to change and to evolve. And just because you had a goal from 10 or 15 years ago that you never manifested doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Just change your goal. Who cares? Because ultimately, why do you want anything? You want the feeling. You want the feeling of safety, contentment, maybe it's health, being liked, financial security, feeling attractive, whatever it is. But ultimately, what do all those things just give you? It's a feeling. And you think you need these certain things to feel a certain way. And the key is you can feel that way now, and then you are automatically everything you need to be. Money is its own energy, money is its own intention. We live on a currency planet at the current moment. So that's a little different. You got to shift and navigate within the rules that have been the structure that have been set up around that. Let's see. Hello, Rob. Rob's back. Rob Sterling. Do I think marijuana can be helpful in AP? Sure. Why not? For some people, it's terrific, and other people, it drives them crazy. It's whatever resonates with you. The only thing I would say with the weed, if you smoke it when you're feeling good first, that will be much more beneficial than if you're pissed off, annoyed, and stressed, and you just want to smoke a bone to get high, to forget about your day. If you feel good first and then take that couple bong hits, that'll put you in a much more state of control and potential than you would if you're trying to cover up that you're pissed off, annoyed, sad, or stressed out. Something to chew on with that. Hello, Michael. Michael's in San Francisco. Michael's back. You got it, Antonio. Yeah, go check out the new Paul Santisi Music Mastermind radio. I have radio shows over there. There's music videos. There's over 1,400 songs, all categories, all genres. There's playlists, everything. We completely redid it from the ground up. And I even did a couple radio shows. I think there's 2 or 3. They're about an hour long, and we feature different genres, and I tell stories that I've never told before, and just good, wholesome content that the internet likes to refute these days. And I don't know why the internet supports these stupid junk videos, but I guess that's just how it is. And listen, I've tried making stupid junk videos, and I struggle with it because I genuinely want everyone and all of us to succeed and to improve. So to me, to make a junk video, it's tough, but it seems like that's all we're shown. It's just nonsense these days. Hi there, how do we keep negativity away from us? Okay, that's a good one. Hello, Daisy. You can turn your back to anything and anyone you want in any time. So if you don't like it, you can turn your back to it. And remember, just like a horse, right? If a horse has its blinders on, it's focused. It walks in a straight line. It doesn't see the noise out here. You can put your own blinders on and just laser focus on you. And if there's energy and negativity, you can observe it. Don't let it affect you emotionally. That's key. That's another way, because we're surrounded. The negativity, it's always there. So we live on Earth is free will. So loving, positive, supporting energy has a right to exist just as much as fearful, hateful, and anger energy has a right to exist. So we're on free will. So it's not a battle of love versus hate. It's what side do you want to pull from and embrace and consume. So we can all just turn your back to what you don't like, who you don't like, and don't feel bad. Then when you're subject to something negative, like a post or a video or a story, just the key is don't let it affect you emotionally. And when you don't let it affect you emotionally, you can then send energetic empathy back out to that person, situation, or event, or energy, and you can at least counteract it so it's not affecting how you feel about yourself. And that's really the key. Never let anyone or anything affect how you feel about yourself. You can take other people's words and opinions of you to give yourself a lesson in character and think about things that you could change or may want to change, or that might be beneficial for you to change. But by all means, never, ever, ever let what anyone else does, thinks, or puts in front of you affect how you feel about yourself. That's how you keep your power. I don't ever get bad trips, and I use infused seltzer to avoid smoke issues. That's funny, Rob. Yeah, whatever works for you. Like I said, I mean, if you go back throughout history and the millennia and thousands of years, everyone was always high as a kite. transcending multi-dimensions. And it's been around. North Country Girl, do I believe demons are real? On Daisy's question, yeah, of course. There's demons, there's evil entities, there's loving entities, there's angels, there's the whole spectrum. Everything, all energy has a right to exist on planet Earth. And that's the battle for planet Earth. Because love energy can exist and evil energy can exist, and both have the right to exist. So once you allow that and understand it, it's just deciding what side of the energy you want to pull from, internalize, observe, and become better through. Because manifesting through the dark side obviously works incredibly well. Just look at what we're subject to and all the evil people and what they attain. But you can't go to the dark side and say, I'm going to go to the dark side for a couple of years, then I'll come back to the light side. You got to make a choice. And both are there. And it's not my job or anyone else's job to tell you that you can only pull from the love and light side to manifest your desires, because that's not true. Tremendous amounts of evil people manifest with that energy. It's what is inside of you. It's what works for you. And you can do whatever you want because you have free will. That's why it's going back to never let anyone affect how you feel about yourself. But you can use other people's words and judgments or assessments or comments to give yourself a gut check in character, and then ask why and dig into you and become clear. Yeah, that's how I see it. This may be stupid, but I have to ask if another spirit can enter my body if I astral project. I ask this because I keep seeing protection prayers. If you allow it to, it can't hijack you. But if you make that agreement, anything is possible. But yeah, I mean, if you listen to all my astral projection meditations, we do protection first, because a lot of people get afraid or they get weak at the first sign of something and they don't know what to do. So I do that for you in the audio. But you can do what you want. And you can, if you do let in entities or you let in spirits, you can command them out, excuse me, just as easily as you let them in. Just don't let any of this stuff put fear into you. It's all a game. It's all a game of intentions. It's all a game of energy. It's all a game of thought and desire and things like that. Robert, thank you. I'm not trying to push it here, but I did want to hear how you felt of it as a tool. Yeah, you got it. Just make sure you feel good before you start doing things. Then it becomes a much more valuable tool than trying to use it to cover up something and then to try to do something. Does that make sense? Hello, Raju Das. I think him or her, not sure. I believe it's a he. He comments, I think, on just about everything the second I post it. So, yeah, we see all those comments. Raju, I hope I'm saying your name right. Catherine, do a meditation for protection prayer. This is a weird world. Yeah, I do a lot of those. Those are kind of built into my introductions on most, if not all of them. There is some type of protection. If I just did a protection meditation, protection for what? I need to be specific. And I can't do a protection for everything. And I don't want to leave out anything thinking if I just protect you for one thing, then it covers you for this, that, and the other thing. So I do that with every meditation. That way you know the intention of the experience that you're looking to have. Yeah, good questions this morning, everyone. Anyone else? Question, comment, observation? We're going to keep these short, about 30, 35 minutes, another 10 minutes or so. And I appreciate all these questions because when I come live, I mean, this is, I got a blank piece of paper and a pen. So, I'm not like having notes or bullet points or what to say. So I appreciate these questions because it allows me to share back with you experience in the moment in real time without thinking about it. And that is more valuable as a mentorship than you can ever imagine, because nothing's scripted, nothing's fake, nothing's canned. Everything is a pure, genuine response based on your curiosity. And I hope, and I'm sure most of you can appreciate that, because virtually no one does that. ever, anywhere. They never do. They have their prescripted little playbook, and they just repeat, 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 repeat. And I'm actually pulling in some real experiential data, and I'm giving it back to you live, raw, boom, boom, in the moment. Feel it? I know you feel it. Have you ever read Neville Goddard's work? I never read it. I listened to very little of his work, but I'm aware of who he is. Yes. Tony, thanks. I appreciate your response. I'm new to this. Yeah, just care, but not that much about anything. Life becomes much easier when you really get there. And then don't let anyone ever affect how you feel about yourself. That really gives you your power back. Know what you want, know why you want it. That amplifies your vibrational magnetism. And then it's really just an observation game. Then you begin to pick up on the little clues that pop in, the little synchronicities based on the desire or the command or the thought that you put out. And you just start to pull on it. And then you see what life presents. You have a beautiful gift. Love Neville Goddard too. Yeah, I'll check him out. I've heard of him. I haven't really dove into much. I really don't dive into many other people's stuff at all. I mean, when I was younger, I was obsessed with Earl Nightingale. All of his work. I had all of his audio cassette programs. I listened to Think and Grow Rich 1,000 times on. I liked the audio tapes back then. We used to wear out the audio tapes, me and my friends, and we'd listen to the tape so much until it broke, and then we'd have to buy a new one. I like the old stuff. I definitely like the older content because all the information's the same. Like, I'm not saying anything new. There is no new information. It's a new perspective and a new fresh observation that we each bring. But the energy and the information and the knowledge, it's all the same. Let's see. Robert, I've seen a little bit of Goddard's work too. It does seem interesting. Yeah, I'll check it out. Similar old stuff. Yeah. I like the laws of success in 16 lessons. I like that stuff. But even if you go back to all the old stuff, right? Say written from like mid 18th century to the mid 19th century, or 1900s, whatever the century is, 1850 to 1950. A lot of the universal laws that they talk about in this current timeline that we're on, there has to be a shift you have to make a shift. And the shift is what I talked about, is really honing in on your energetic why. Because back then, the universal laws was make a decision, serve humanity, and have whatever you want. And up until a couple of years ago, pretty much that was the code. I mean, that's all you really had to do. I don't know what they did, what's in the water supply or falling from the clouds, but nowadays, just focusing on those things, it's a lot more difficult. So you really need to hammer that emotional fruition. And then when you really hammer that emotional fruition, that magnetism is what adds more service back to humanity, which will give you those universal laws, that energy to flow back in a flow that you desire to embrace. Anyone else? Question, comment, observation? I think we've covered some good stuff today. And I like going back and watching these after, because I'm not aware of what I'm saying in the moment. So it's not until I watch it back, oh, I said that, oh, that was good, let me watch that again. I got to turn that into a short. So I'm excited to watch this back just as much as all of you are listening to me in the moment talk to you. So I appreciate you guys more than you know. Anyone know what city that is behind me? Any guesses? Anyone know what city that is? Anyone else? Question, comment, observation? Got to think of what to do the rest of my day. Should I record? Should I make something? Should I do nothing? I don't know yet. Is it in Asia? No, not Asia. Not Asia. Boston? No, it's not Boston. The Boston print is over there. Maybe I'll use that next time. That's not Boston. For the backgrounds, I use Boston. I use Miami. I like the Miami print. That's right next to me. Are you going to do more 3D sound meditations like the expectation one? Yeah, I did. Hold on, been creating so much. I can't remember everything I've been making. I put up another I Am 3D a couple of months ago. The thumbnail, it's like this big eye. It says I Am. That one's in 3D. This one's in 3D. I Am Divine. That one I did in 3D. I was really hammering the 3D, and then a lot of people didn't understand they had to put the headphones on, so they're like, this sounds like crap. And I'm like, yeah, it sounds like crap because you need headphones. Well, I don't want to wear headphones. Well, that's how you hear the 3D. I mean, you don't hear 3D through your phone. You need the headphones. But I can get back to that again. I like making the 3D ones. I was just kind of listening to the audience desires and went back to the stereo left and right. But yeah, I can. Any topics of interest you're interested in? The 3D ones are fun because it's a microphone I built, and I actually present to the microphone all around the room, so it picks me up in all directions, which is really cool. It's not just in the booth, with a directional microphone. Nope, it's not Florida. It's not Chicago. Nope. I remember the first time I heard it made my brain tingle. Yeah, the 3Ds are awesome. Yeah, I enjoyed the 3Ds myself. Anyone else with a guess of what city that is behind me, or another question, comment, or observation? Anyone? And you know what's funny? As soon as this ends, I don't know what YouTube does to mess with me, but then it throws it out to everybody. And then I get all these comments of people who think it's live when it gets uploaded. It's like, just show it to them now so that we can have a conversation. And it doesn't. So when I hit stop, it actually goes out to more people than it does while I'm live. So, we're just owned by algorithms these days. And just so you know, if any of you guys are content creators and trying to figure things out, I mean, at the end of the day, the truth is, it's all just luck if the algorithm wants to pick you up and promote you, period. It has nothing to do with the content, the title. They tell you all these things need to be optimized, but at the end of the day, the core truth is YouTube, if you say, they just say, make more, make more, make more, make more. It's random. If some of your videos get picked up and pushed, and then you say, okay, well, there's a formula, let me do that again, and then it doesn't do anything. So it's all luck. It's all luck these days, which sucks, because before all this, it was actually a genuine connection with people, and they took that all away, and they just made it this clusterfuck. Well, I swore. I said a bad word, of confusion. And but again, that's just, we use their platform, and they can do what they want because they have free will, and we're okay with that. Do I have any subliminal guided meditations? Any specific topic you're asking about? I do use affirmations, and I do put them in many different layers, but I never put things in subliminally that you don't hear at a higher volume, right? So I don't say affirmations in this high volume and then put a bunch in that you don't know what I'm saying at a lower volume. If anything, I'm taking the ones at the same higher volume and I'm turning it down, but it's the same that I use above, if that makes sense. I don't trick people. Like, I don't say things that I don't want you to hear that I know your subconscious will pick up. I don't do that. I may turn down what I say up loud so you can subconsciously pick it up in the gaps of silence or whatever I'm doing with the music, but it's the same that you can hear it at full volume. Affirmations are great, yeah. But with the affirmations too, it's just, you got to feel them. And that's the hard part, because we're thinking about the car payment, we're thinking about what our next meal is, we're thinking about where our kids, what are their teachers doing to them, how's the health of our parents, what's going on with my health, what's going on with your health, what are the neighbors across the street doing? So all these little distractions to take away from that. So you really just if you can give yourself 5-10 minutes a day just to sit in silence without any stimulation, no cell phone, no water, just do your best just to sit somewhere 5-10 minutes in that silence. That'll do more for you than you can imagine. Overcoming negativity, anger, and resentment. Yeah, I mean, you can't listen to a meditation that tells you, stop becoming angry, don't be resentment anymore, because now you're just subconsciously you're reliving all the movies of what pissed you off and what you resent in the past, or what's in front of you, or what you don't want to happen tomorrow. So it's really just about going back to the basics and trying to feel as good as you can in any waking moment, in any given day, for whatever reason. I mean, I'm not saying my life is rainbows and ice creams. I go through these emotional swings like you can't imagine, but I'm always returning back, and I don't let those thoughts get a grip of me until I'm back to feeling at least good. So I don't sit there and let them win and try to shut them off or to bury them. I confront the crap out of these emotions and thoughts, and I'm always getting myself to feel good. And I got a few friends of mine, we all do that same thing. And we're always talking to each other, helping each other get to that next point, because we don't know the how, but we know why, and we need to feel good now. We know what that does to create the how we desire. But it's a constant. It's not like you do this stuff once or twice or 3 times. I mean, life is life, and you have to deal with it. And that's just the truth. That is the truth. All my audios, all my content, even me as a character, I'm a tremendous tool. I add value into your day. I motivate, encourage, support, and I want you to become the best version of yourself. But I can't do it for you. And I don't lose a night's sleep over anyone that won't do anything for themselves first. When you want to do something for yourself first, and you want to become more able, more capable, and more worthy, now here I come, boom, let's go to the moon. And I'm the first one rolling out that red carpet, applauding your success as you arrive at the top. But I'll never drag you out of the house to make you get on the red carpet, if that makes any sense. Have you ever had dreams within a dream? Yes, I've gone 5, 6, 7, 8 layers deep, and I still do this to this day, where I go so deep, I'm like, okay, I'm in a dream, let me wake up, and then I wake up, I say, oh, wow, what a dream, and then I'm still in a dream, I'm still in a dream, I'm still in a dream, and I'll close out on this story. Years ago, I was so far deep, I was like 2 or 3 layers deep in a dream, and I finally woke up. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Costco's. And I got in my car, I drove to Costco's, and I got milk. I got a rotisserie chicken, I got some bread. And I was at Costco's getting what I was going to get when I was awake here, okay? And I thought I was awake. Everything was normal. Everything was fine in this dimensional, this 3D world I'm talking to you now in. And when the girl scanned the milk, it turned green. Like, why'd it turn green? And she's like, what do you mean? It always turns green. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm dreaming. She's like, what are you talking about? And in that moment, I knew I was dreaming. And then I just shook myself in the checkout aisle at Costco's, and boom, I finally woke up in my bed, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I literally just went shopping, and I thought I was at Costco's. But it wasn't until the milk turned green that I still knew I was dreaming. Oh yeah, I've done that. And a lot of people do that. And they actually go into meditation within a dream in a dream. So they'll be 2, 3 layers deep, and then they'll make a decision to meditate. I interviewed Dr. Michael Beckwith. Remember him, the guy from The Secret? And he told that story. Check out that interview. It's up on my channel. Did that a few years ago. That was a phenomenal interview. And when you watch it, we did that whole thing in one take, one shot. We didn't stop. Nothing was scripted. It was go, boom, complete. Brilliance. And to this day, I've seen all the other interviews that he's been interviewed by. And I got to tell you, Santisi gave him the best interview, hands down, of his life. So make sure you guys all go check that out. So that was a great time, great opportunity. And I'm so thankful for the time he gave me to pick at his brain. Yeah, we all love Michael Beckwith. Appreciate him. And make sure to check him out too with his Agape Spiritual Center. Sure. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Anyone else? Anyone else? One more question, comment, observation. Then I think I'm going to go make something to eat. I don't know if I'm going to make some scrambled eggs. Kind of thinking of broccoli and feta calzone. It's kind of what I want. So I'll probably go on that because that's really what I'm feeling. Antonio, you got it. Yeah, make sure to go check out, everyone go check out the new Paul Santisi Music Mastermind. Just type in Music Mastermind Paul Santisi on YouTube. Check out that new channel, subscribe. And then also go to the brand new paulsantisiuniverse.com. That's the new home, everything Paul Santisi. Ton of free audios you can all download that are not on YouTube. You can learn about my backstory. There's videos, music videos, motivational videos, tons of content. So much stuff that's not even on YouTube. So make sure everyone go there, check it out, download some freebies. PaulSantisiUniverse.com. PaulSantisiUniverse.com. All right, guys, we're going to tap out. We're going to end this. I don't know when I'll be back. Maybe next weekend. Maybe I'll do a pop-up during the week. We shall see. But until then, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate the curiosity. And I appreciate your willingness to become a better version of yourself for yourself. So then you can then become an influence for others through the world. And that's it. Hello, Pamela. Tuning in at the end. You're going to have to watch the replay. You know I love ya.